Even though I'm high on everyone's expectation lists, there is
recent signage of
you know, so
The truth or the one who tells?
That's my question.
It's right on spot. Diba? Eric, you've asked.
mic drop again.
Okay, Kat.
it's always a pleasure.
Because if I ever have to react to one of her songs, I will let me know in the comment section.
Okay.
Her to be humble, but still say yes,
A physical aspect, we represent some.
and you will appreciate them.
Tell that cynic, you know, look around
That makes them feel better. It's to trash other people.
and either empower them to speak up or
Do you feel like you've put in? Man, you have a voice. Like,
Kat, the way to handle that, because like Lumad is can be.
You're part of a camp.
and even to a point that my charity
don't tell me she is one of ABS-CBN's artists.
because I wanted to step out on the international stage.
Your beauty pageant journey since 2016.
Be my charities or my hood program to give back.
No.
So I never want to polarize that. Where
I don't know if this is urban legend, but somebody.
And of course, mahal ko kayo, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Coma or Barthoma. Who is she?
Question and you say.
dispute is either a misunderstanding or you just don't know each other well enough.
Good questions that makes you think, you know. Multiple answers, multiple subjects. Yeah.
So we grow in right now
Right now.
9.99%.
to adults trying to figure out the world that we come into, and we have to 20% of my energy to go miss you.
Talaga?
Yeah.
That's really
If I could push for anything, it would be for the government to small acts of humanity or something.
The last interview that Pia did, be formal, you make the stand as a queen. Beautifully
Yeah.
right.
See? Exactly. She didn't answer the question. I don't think she understood. You know,
Multiple girls, I got
That it is still more fun in the Philippines.
we can still make small steps for the time being to facilitate. Hi, Justin.
so I have a very contemporary
listens to people with influence.
Your question.
Because it is a beautiful world.
Internationally.
That.
Like, does she have a plan?
I love somebody
shot.
very special.
I would really say like a 9.9. One Filipino would be like, wow, that makes me proud. And then
to show business. Do you
way into the hands of
That is, sa lahat ng they don't have classrooms.
Yeah, basically he's saying that it doesn't matter if it's Lumas or other whatever it is, but here she's like, yeah. You're not great to answer the questions
but I won't particularly judge.
daily and listen to you and believe in you to deserve the crown. I think that's what he means. And this is the opportunity for her.
As a beauty queen, and I know for a fact that
Because I think a lot of the times in our education system, basic life skills aren't taught.
Nice. Okay.
the international community
Through reaction, should have said,
here, most said that it lacked in promoting our
Collective voices and equal-headed adults.
Fantastic. Yeah. A different route.
Does that make sense? So if we
It
don't
does.
have that relation, I'll speak a
Do you
lot
avoid?
about political view.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Because as
Right.
one,
Diba? Hindi yung, you know, very important.
I love musicals, I love singing, I love watching live music. So music is something I definitely
when he pee, but very grounded.
grateful and humble standpoint. Yeah.
Darling or honey, whatever. You think will help you win the crown? Tatlong bagay lamang.
Luck.
Confident. Whatever that person does, millions of people will.
So I've heard
She's not really answering the question. She is giving you.
Miss Universe official Facebook page.
she is that voice for the
Asked me to react to the.
There's pressure. I think pressure comes with a Philippine sash.
But this is different.
I like this question because I work. How beautiful the world is. Well, I think how we perceive our.
But then
Because you're
story.
right. And if you were to be rewarded for what you put into this,
That's what grounds me. That's what keeps me sane.
you know what you do?
Teen, and it's called.
the culture of the Philippines in
Towards winning.
Oh, good. Okay. lengthy. It's lengthy, but this is what I remember. There was somebody who, and then you tell the story.
Good way when the opportunity knocks. I think that's what she should have said. Yeah, I think that one is gonna be fun as well. So you guys
The history of both sides and validating both sides. Because
sway in the morning and
Okay, everybody has very high expectations.
wait, it's not just for myself anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone feels so involved, whether you're a queen or you're just a person living your life. There will always
I'm a secondary public teacher in Pampanga.
Galing.
Yes po.
way and
So, etc., etc. And then when you say thank you, the better. Diba? Because that's
whether it's a creative pursuit or like an evening gown peg.
And why?
So your first question, why don't
I do deserve the crown. So she needs to find the right words to convey.
you will have an appreciation for what Tagalog is, the poetry of them completely on that either, because maybe
Now I'm gonna react to the one that she did with answer with like
because you know I want to always be grounded.
yeah, like I
always want
said,
to
she
come
feels
from
agree just by seeing other reactors.
draw your energy from you, and I need 100%.
Tayo, Nicole, hindi natin nagawa yun, no?
Nice.
There are good comments and there are bad comments. I just want to ask
To make mistakes, and we have to kind of learn through people telling us.
official candidates. You got the most likes and comments. There are
She found a way to squeeze herself.
Country every step of the way.
The 30 behind her. So
In your mind?
no, she has a voice. Like people,
To love local
that is because we believe you fit to the
thing.
so
You do not expect a queen to cover everything that has something to do with a post, a reaction, a share, or a comment.
again an example. You know, that was perfect. That was perfect.
I hope there's a question.
Well, so just like the other one, you can listen to it as a podcast out. I mean, her hands are not clean because, you know, she's still cool like geography.
In their community, in their personal.
Outcome, right? She won. So, no, she did a great job. And again, congratulations.
Yeah, but it's true. Tito Boy always
Look at her. She always says thank you for having, thank you.
Filipinas, that's the bottom line.
I would really say like a
Yo, she looks so uncomfortable. Abunda, yo, he really enjoyed it. And Philippines because they love it so much. So I guess that's
interview, but Gary, you should try something else. But I have to try it first.
I've said everything I had. I paused.
To go back to the original.
2 interviews of Catriona Gray that I'll be watching.
Definitely like to explore.
Occur.
And I'm bursting, and I wanted to just showcase our culture in a way that maybe to try my vision first. Sometimes we're engaging in our own economy, and we're not sourcing outside. Outer world is how we perceive our inner world. When you can see it from a lens of gratitude.
Not just at the Miss Universe. So just don't think about it. You have to think that you're going to win no matter what.
Most of us,
That's a big step. Miss Universe Philippines 2018
Get one friend. I know you organized traditional political issue in the country.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Dispute over something, how to reach.
This journey. Do you deserve the crown? She's very close to you. That's why you have.
Get out.
That's the best.
Check it out, guys. Even though the quality of the video is not an influence on the internet,
That's strong.
one that she did prior to the
Okay, Gian, let's go to you.
Hi. Mine's a little bit serious.
Different aspects are done in a different.
Immersed in local cultures. In the recent Miss Universe that was held,
Go to you, Dom.
To pursue, I think, and I believe that the whole.
You wouldn't say, you know, these are Lumas who cannot go to school because that is a strong answer, period. I think
if not,
that
no.
Never entertain. Nothing's taken away from them, or you know, if there is
With the Philippines, like
You're working closely with your advocacies, and you said
the support of people who
love the textiles.
Okay.
Love the textile. Serious?
nah, she answered well.
If given a chance, you'll be a teacher for a day. What subject will you? Values education.
Values education. You can say values education.
Explanation, sorry. So she is an ambassadress you know, of the Philippines. So
much to fall in love with bad, or, you know, we made up all of these excuses to color over what was the truth.
Cultural.
host, I love it.
Okay, because, you know,
Boy
whether or
Abunda
not you're
to the story basically, and I feel like yes, she was definitely
which of course is very, very important
Beautiful. And you end that answer by
around you. Is there something that's distorting your view of the world? And if there is,
Issues do you feel strongly for or against?
number of followers. It's just a plus.
a place. I'm not going to be
Much to say about it. Plus, I have never been to the Philippines.
at somewhere along the line they had a wrong impression of me, or I on them. Maybe we had the livelihoods of our farmers and the people who
If you can't watch the video, but
told me, one wise man told me in a conversation many years ago, that when ceases to education, formal or informal, and that's what you did just now. You go back to Tondo, you go back to children, you go back to
I mean, come on, the host is 75% of the entire video.
love, because as a beauty queen, I want to have love for my
the crown. There, meaning I would have
The weight of their you know,
What would you
Music.
pursue?
action
Well,
videos.
actually, I took the task of making my national self, which is what I did, and being an independent
Nice
candidate. I
answer.
just wanted to create my own.
But the way to do it, this is partly coaching for Kat. Already!
love with in the Philippines, and I think we just need to reignite that love for our
Important parts.
And sound right.
All right, let's start. Let's go. Boy Abunda.
Magandang gabi, Pilipinas.
the more tourist attractions, get people to travel and see and love their country, because there's so
People who ask the questions sitting like that around her and everything, city or whatever.
have that kind of head on my shoulders.
The
It's a distracting question. Nobody ever prepares for failure.
Of basic education, and it alters people's lives. So appreciation that someone would be there since day one. That said, she's so fake and scripted, nothing. I want to do it all for everyone else. If you were to take that out, who else will pioneer our language for
in New York, in the other interview, the Build HD interview,
some kind of information, whether it's
social media following, that having a bunch of followers.
Culture. But as a queen, that matters a lot. Because
When Miss Universe
It was so interesting and the setting was so awesome. I love
go to you.
Hi, Kat.
Hi.
So I just wonder, what's the
Like to teach.
nice.
And why?
And why?
each other, like simple things in how to share or how to deal when some people around me can be testament to that. I really gone above and
Buzz.
I am
That's why I need
one
my
of her
notebook.
teachers. Life coaching, really, really great. If you always go back,
even as
identifies the studio. It's a different studio that
it's so much more than
Whatever the name is of Catriona.
are having a hard time. They're going to struggle because
covering different paths?
we, Mississology.
Yes, Mrs. Solid.
Galing. Okay.
Yes, my question would
1% should allow some surprises.
yes,
You
exactly.
know, and that's very important. And that moment is very...
That was posted by a supporter that just said, "I followed you ever since journalism isn't to bring."
Brain, they pursue going
Oh, who is she? Man, she's
Following
see yourself being in showbiz, not to win the crown.
I never consider failure.
good.
Why? Because I feel that
You won, you know, I saw you win, and you're ready for the crown, etc. Get lost. Cut 3 things that
And I'll probably also react to the one from the legs looks really to black. The ones that she was wearing. Those 2 messages.
I kick myself that I didn't bring my notebook.
because I always tell Kat, it's tricky because calls you ready.
Kat, I'm gonna ask you a very serious question.
And I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna be as good as this one. Maybe it'll be more.
Lives. Diba? Marky, have you asked? Not yet. Go ahead.
hi, Catherine.
So enjoy the moment because that's when that magic happens. Here's
Function on. I'm not one vacation working with Love Yourself, where there are so many areas that
God. She said exactly what I said.
country and our people.
wonderful. Wonderful. We're getting there.
Experiencing just a gap of awareness. Day one, I've seen how you
Known, you know, because you don't want to always walk the gray.
and don't attribute anything to what I'm doing.
That
I don't feel like
question and issue. I want to know what are your thoughts on the
the answer. You can probably just add a line because that can be tricky. It's very
First one is it something that you really avoid? And then second one,
fantastic. You know why it's effective? Because it's a real story.
Like, I know you've
Think that ambassadors and an ambassadress are like beauty queens.
Queen, maybe she doesn't really care about this charity. Maybe it's just a tool for her for public.
I think her answer
Remember,
was
a
fine.
short answer action was on social media. Ano yung, what was the best validation that you got?
health app?
I think it's a great step forward.
Came from a place where you wouldn't expect to see beauty.
I love this host.
Yes. That first line is very strong. You know, the last one, because this is our send-off episode, how I present myself internationally is visual.
There you go, an example. Exactly, he's right.
It's more powerful, and then you can go into different.
It's a different pressure. It's not
It's
a
really
debilitating
Can I be
pressure.
very honest? Pia words back.
No, please tell me she's not part of ABS-CBN as well.
helped in promoting
Or to her out there.
Ready not to win the crown?
It's a distracting question.
Experiencing right now.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, well, in modern day, nowadays, with the internet,
Hey, let me convince you.
But the way to handle that is the context clues. Children.
oh,
Because, as I said, arts is something very close to me. I love
I had a
and he's
conversation
wearing
with Pia a couple
sneakers.
days ago.
you love to travel. How would you
as an HIV advocate and go around for campus tours. That's when you have enough
If you were to rate 1 to 10, 10 being the most prepared, how prepared are you?
their status. So
to digest much into this journey.
We will not forget that. Okay, luck.
Being in a classroom.
are hurting, you know, something is wrong in their. Oh, thanks for watching.
Leave no matter what. Grow.
That's what I was
So,
saying, the internet. And she will use that power, if you will, in a good.
On convincing the government in making
We have some great educational places and facilities here, but in
and yes, and I rarely hear you
Yes.
comment on political issues. So I have to cut.
From a base version, so a line in between, you know, because I don't think that would benefit anybody.
yes,
Abuse ka na in front of the world.
culture. So I traveled and I researched. I asked questions.
in Mindanao.
Is that aspect of it's
Preparation for the Miss Universe.
Questions.
Currently, children
what can I do? So my national costume, different.
It's you know, top notch. It looks see Ovela, and I reacted not too long ago to
Seriously speaking, it's going to save a lot of, and how people passion and love. Wow. That's lose.
This app.
And certainly I am not.
Yes.
You have to end it well.
Yeah.
So,
One's perfect.
answer.
and Kat, it would sound
Catriona. Actually, I really love seeing
Absolutely right. This was so yeah. Thank you again for watching. This was awesome.
was being paraded around Rome. There was a guy sa likod niya who was saying,
You will see these little beautiful things in everything that is around you.
thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, Tito. Because we saw it as a weak will or a weak sense of character, or maybe they're just going through something through a family member or a teacher that would come to a house or even through a YouTube video.
Pag nininir
what was the worst thing said
the
about
handle. You have any question?
Okay. So, Kat, alam natin na
Bit. How it's represented in our culture, whereas
They will listen. They will listen. She has to be careful now what she has to say. Like I see, he did not give an example. I think he wanted her to give him an example so far.
and sometimes when it's really hectic and there's vision for something.
G or whatever, hide the truth because no matter what, the truth will eventually come.
My fear is losing my groundedness.
Catriona Gray in Bottomline interview, full
Thing is just one.
Sway in the morning. So now that one is more, it's a very long one as well. Questions, you know, on the day of. So they are preparing Catriona.
Us something.
Totally try. The truth will always come out.
No.
Core team or even just all of the support.
Strong.
Buddy.
Education is really, really.
Magta-throwback lang ako, Tito Boy, no? Before joining Binibining Pilipinas.
We have a
Inequality. In that,
There was nothing
a little bit of
confusing.
music, yeah, that's the showbiz. Because you want to say more. Don't.
Question. Basically, I think he's asking her how she.
always be by because by the
Oh
usual
my! You know, it doesn't change anything in her life.
my mind is like obviously no beauty queen's gonna walk into to government and say as for my own individual feel and that kind of
People listen to you. That is why. Yeah, but I think he also meant.
Be telling us something. Nicole, let's go to your question.
How would you show a cynic?
I'm gonna reserve my judgment, if you will. But
like authenticity is
Group chat, right? You know what you do? There's this wonderful story about Julius Caesar. Another way to handle that is when you are surprised.
whoa.
I would rather be the one who hides the truth because I believe.
Nakikita ko ngayon, 100% ready ka na to win the crown.
Thank you.
So, are you ready?
You're human. And kept on repeating the line.
Nice.
You're human.
I like
in our Missossologist hat.
faded shoes.
Culture is a way of life. Clothing.
Means something? Man, she's pretty.
Give this support women in whatever they choose to do because I just
Ongoing. This
That story with the cynic.
yeah that's very
And
Other
to go about things or you know just awareness that kind of ripples across. I think
full answer. But you can add a couple of points. I worked so hard for this crown. A queen. I'm just giving.
what lays on the surface.
that's crazy.
We're only required to do certain things, to have a gown, to do you can for children. Just judge me and next month, but I've gone above and beyond with my team. Constraint, sometimes you can lose your footing.
Right.
That's what I would hate because
Remember to like the video, subscribe here, and wonderful.
Textile magnet. That
Really?
one,
Wow.
You know, a transgender woman being. Who else has a question?
He has so much personality.
ever.
She already
Even
answered.
if it just creeps in the side. I'm like,
Like, wonderful answer. So when you go back to it and you say, I want
education can find it.
But it's hard not to fall in love with the Philippines. I guess I would have to.
Ponce, Miss Spain, who is a transgender woman. What is your style?
Oh,
Personal life, we're more interconnected more than ever. And with that, we need to start.
Ready for it.
The power of three is very important
Yeah.
in Q&As and even in public speaking.
my God.
Luman, that's a very serious.
Preliminary to do.
But you could have been more straightforward. Somebody wanted me to wear a gown. I didn't take. That's a wonderful.
I can't weigh in
wonderful
because I'm not
As you
a.
said,
I don't know
do you
about
think
this
the
subject.
Philippines is
answer. Usually,
And people will be able to relate to you like telling a lie. So no, it's a good answer.
Do as long as it's considerate and respectful to someone else.
Nice. Yeah.
Can receive knowledge.
Like telling her what to do.
So to have someone just
excuse me.
Mabuhay and welcome back to MG and Diego. Ako.
120.
It's law of attraction, man. If you think you might lose.
I've always been passionate about Philippine textiles, so I would love to find a way to market that to more people and then provide a livelihood. It works out, sometimes it doesn't. But I'd rather stay true to my publicity. It hurt, but then I realized that person doesn't know what they're talking
Feel like a family and I love it.
about. Mic drop.
That is Filipino. John.
I would never consider myself a sure win because I don't have
Since-
passion.
Our culture as a nation.
When I know exactly what I've put in the work for and other people.
I really like the
Let's go
host.
to you. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I am too. For you guys to see it, I really am.
By that.
Hi, Steven.
So, ano yung say mo? Ano yung
Shay and then from EAP Films official. Again.
Hi, Eric.
One who hides
Good luck with kids. It would actually be like people that participate.
Thank you very much.
Is tough because you can't really be a winner. But
I knew your question.
of the
Like there is hard work that
and
one because I feel like when you reach a certain age,
Well, she always leaves it broad.
and learn that way. It's really important to me.
You're my queen.
You know,
The way to handle that is, the way that I would handle that question would be,
And if you take the
just remember,
it would have been this really lengthy post that I read once.
against Angela.
pretty Miss Pup 2017, I don't think she understood the question.
That's very good. You know why?
I just came from Tondo today, so I'm like feeling that question. In that space and surround myself to really show what I feel.
I'd like to go to Christian. Go ahead.
Way, and I've really put effort. So just that extra effort on top of what is it?
Here in the studio. And proceed with what you said. Because that becomes the subject.
I love it. He's like,
Evening gown.
Biggest advice that you didn't take.
wonderful things will happen, and turn on your notification bell to be.
Being a beauty queen, what I'm amazed at is how we rally people and then explore others.
Again, she.
Something that's foreign to you.
Yeah.
You know, indigenous people.
Well, you really have to make an effort to rise up as one people and be able to.
People want to know you, so you have to give them more precise answers.
Yes, but and
You have my love and respect.
Love you.
You have
And on that chair, love him, love him, love him.
It can be in a household
Time to look and breathe and be patient. You
all the time. In this way, you could build up the small provinces, make
handled it well.
and love. It sounds like
know, celebrate.
The one thing that's happening in
though we should take steps to really
negative, go to the phrasing. No.
In the current economic state of the Philippines, the inflation rate, and the current Philippine
them because I have close friends who are transgender.
Do you intend to promote Philippines culture and everything in the?
At a drop of a hat and say, oh, baka she's just saying that because she's a beauty.
In 2015 was a surprise win.
That beauty pageants like Miss Universe are still relevant.
Going forward,
That she should have said that she does not do this for the.
I know and I'm very aware that you're an HIV awareness advocate. Do you really
Answer the questions, and we know the.
And I have to say, and I thank you.
Okay,
It has to be so, really.
like a 4.
see it. And so I would
I couldn't agree more. The little things in life are so important, and
By a question. Phrase it again. I mean, ask me the question again. Catriona Gray. It's that powerful. Okay?
it's never a walk in the park.
nice, very nice
Gray
answer.
will be a,
To get us
in a contest. How you would close
The trolls are basically.
part of me. But
I think everyone has their own reasons.
we haven't really started. I haven't.
Because at the end,
How much are you expecting to win?
How simplistic it is, with the dark background and the.
sit up and listen.
Okay.
Most of the time. Sometimes it does work.
came from Tondo just to meet this less privileged.
Catriona Gray, Miss Universe 2018.
The bill.
Another Filipino would be like, I never knew that about our culture. How amazing.
2018. You're competing.
Hiding the truth, but it's better for a
Competitors in the
transgender
universe
community.
I'm open to it because
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
they're not put in place.
I like her answer, but I was expecting her to. Also depends on a person's personality and the Gray Miss Universe. And you guys
Schools, these are voluntarily run schools by indigenous people.
That needs to put in. It's not like I could attend their experiences and
Can be so judgmental. Good night.
it's a plus. It's a plus. Like she feels complete even without. But that's the thing. What she doesn't realize is that she's not one person anymore.
I am never ready not to get the crown. It's the only thing that's confusing there.
History, math.
situation. Why? Because usually the reason that there is kind of that there is so many things to navigate and no.
Books for future kids were absolutely
Fun.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
Can I just
Wait, don't.
I could imagine myself going more in the direction of music.
There you go.
back to your story?
reason? So my question is, would you rather be the one.
Compete ka before for
Family member going through? What is my friend going through?
Big brands invest in people now.
Why
Exactly,
would I
there
let
you go.
them
Just ignore
affect
them.
me in that way? It could be through a book. And I think that as long as a child can access
Like after you win, how
Your notes.
they're coming to talk to you, I always learn so much from you.
But I'm not a fake. Right? It makes it more theatrical.
they keep going back.
I totally agree because 99% on a one
Something that has to be what we're there for. And she has a purpose.
Or whatever. I think he meant like during
woman.
Because she didn't just wake up one day and was like, oh, I feel like being a woman today.
She is a woman.
Charity work is the foundation of what I do. So
Answers. This is very important for beauty queens. And ball.
yes, and I co-hosted with you there.
nice.
Expected of me.
Because I feel like that chair is so tiny and super high. You have
Children. Because in a context, what about yours? Let's go to you.
Hello, Kat. Good evening.
he's a legit teacher. What?
Always believes everything happens for a reason. Like
That's-
God's divine.
Of followers if she feels any different, you know?
Like, hey, I can see you in something else, or you know, that's not really fitted for.
Education, you would relate. But yes, it can be part of the show business. So the way Universe in 2015
Nice
And,
answer.
You know, I always believe in staying true to my.
contests. All right? Let's. Culture is about. But you do not expect.
To go further in her explication.
I'm expecting to get exactly what I put in. So if I'm rewarded for the
Just fall in love, then
effort in herself, that is
Blah 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 blah, and I'm grateful. To make HIV program.
Tao, that's ES.
slender and tall.
Yeah, but
truth behind it. But now that we have something being put in place, the proper
Wait,
passion,
not
because with
luck.
passion you will put your hard work in and your heart will be there.
Follow that person. So as long as you have
The thing that makes me
yes.
smile- competition. It could be anyone.
oh no, I want to cry.
I watched your IG story and you said earlier that you
In the long term,
How badly do you want the crown?
I put so
What? No.
she should have, you know, she didn't even have to. She is the best Filipino host I've seen. So she's not one person. She is millions of people. You know, there are tons of people behind.
thinking about what are they going through? What is my why? Because governments
Companies, you know, brands.
bring women down for what they choose to express themselves as or what they choose
What is Miss Pup? Philippine.
Tito boy. And then
Wonderful answer.
As long as you have people that tune in to you, as long as she can move mountains, like if she can start strong and end strong.
for Miss World.
yes. Because I believe that there's more awareness now than there ever was before.
I'm not aware of that, so.
And it's
To the Miss Universe.
fine timing for every
How will you convince a feminist?
universe tuition. It doesn't have to.
It has to be kinder to children. This world has to be better for children. This world has to do
Organization or
in beauty contests. Sometimes you start very well, but you don't know how to end it.
No,
Because I knew you
I don't feel like the government listens to people. The government.
well. I'm talking
Special.
about Miss Universe 2018.
Doesn't feel like I'm a short win.
And perfect.
Let's stop this, but not fakery. Grams a priority. Kat took
It's a good answer.
I,
Another school or other, I don't know, ethnicity.
and we don't usually use this.
That's the previous winner of Miss.
Is that music is showbiz.
Oh, okay.
In a way,
Myself with a core team, and it's one of the best decisions I made.
it's a fantastic answer. You know what?
The intro and conclusions are always the most important.
Wear a gown, and I didn't. That was the last time I didn't take an advice.
Kumusta kayo?
Accuse me of anything.
Just bunk down and assess the Philippines as a whole, not just Manila, because we.
Because they know.
Universe may just.
That's true.
Let's go to you, Manchit.
Hi, Miss.
Do you get now the difference?
Sure.
What kind of validation do you get, if any, from a strong social
That honestly, anyone that has, then yes.
And if I can be a voice to the people and fans, everyone feels like they're a part of this. So
Then you're gonna attract that energy of loss.
a poetic side.
The best interview.
That somebody wanted me to
transgender community, and if she can further educate, there is a lot of work to be done in how we come towards them.
and Kat,
What does that mean? That means sourcing our products and building up
Host to make him feel comfortable.
luck because
Passion, yes.
if it's your time, it's your time. Like I have
Video, like in the entire show, he is awesome. Boy interview on the Build HD channel, or
and when you talked about access to whatever that can make their lives better, access
he feels having a great number of
that's what I'm doing.
The mental health.
Why wouldn't we be?
you know.
I mean,
Oh,
I think
snap.
we really have to learn point
Yeah.
because that's just what I admire in people when they're humble and they're grounded.
Uploaded your photos.
Cut some ideas.
People know
You know, but it would falls under
It
what?
falls under education.
for having me, and then she compliments the
Before she joined,
than people who just follow and then
it sounded again so right. I mean, and since day one, and you do,
all the Philippines should receive equal access to education because then we
I'd share the
and I love it, man. I love this host. He is fun. Plus, those white pants really make her look super tall. Like they make here to help children's education.
but you
They ask some good.
Children. So as an advocate of education, they can't hold classes in their classrooms because of the
3-minute long.
take Filipino culture.
diba?
I love that question though.
Ganda, ganda. But
Like her answers should be diplomatic, you know, but I believe that
Really resolve the disputes that are going on that are stopping them from getting a formal education. So I think you need to start young. If you make it as simple as
or in my wheelhouse because I watch
I think gives me high points there.
things in the future. Man, the video will be blocked, so that would suck.
tell you something.
With her, it's awesome. They
Gray and
Of the mental health. Mental health.
Then they'll grow into very reasonable
but I would have gone there. I went to Tondo and I saw so much beauty. And
attitude, or you are able to pinpoint small beauties in everyday life, or
What can you do to address the current state of the Lumad schools here in the
can
Philippines?
influence people. So basically, an influencer, you know, whether a YouTuber or Miss Universe.
answer with
Traveled in most parts of our country and
said, I just
He's cool.
what she didn't forget was when I said, Pia,
she feels
maraming napuzzled when you joined Binibining Pilipinas na bigla kang naging
oh, there it goes. She's going to be the winner. I never feel like that. So from working closely with education.
question is, can beauty queens, and because the way you made Latag is,
Out of this question, you know, she understood the question.
you're human. You're human.
Even though I think it doesn't bother her that it's high because she's really tall. Plus,
Really, okay, and what I'm saying, rather with 9 months under my belt, my creative side got like churning, and I was like, what?
Welcome to the bottom line. Tonight is very special.
There. And one person, that's not enough to make someone.
sometimes
Usually I have a vision of the things I like.
lives, and that's the only way that they find that they.
Everyone has reached a point of awareness.
Below what you thought of her answers.
So the effort and my performance, then I'll be happy.
And I want to wear something was the bottom line.
How do you handle situations like this? Like, what virtue do you
Can understand because
To be effective, to convince government, you know?
The question is a little strange, so I don't really have.
costume very seriously. I wanted to represent the authentic.
About you and how did it affect you?
I once read a comment that
I actually read that story. I saw children, and they were just so beautiful.
together, whether it be for the pageant, whether it be for fundraising.
Be too rough, but still make your position.
There's so much on the line, there's so much at risk, and it's a flurry of different things, and time is
So she likes those shows.
Beauty queens after their
Back and forth, you know, they keep going back to the.
It's so gut.
communication. The Lumad schools.
Yes. Well, the Lumad...
I'm not sure what he asked. Did he ask, do you think that.
Something that usually wasn't talked about the next generation.
Gut. Yes. That's it. Questions. It's eat, pray, and love. And then you go into specifics. You go into that like a cynic is someone who doubts everything, including.
Why not?
Thank you. I think we do have a voice to use.
Handle it very well because of the children. This world.
Our video, there's always some aspect where a child can learn and it'll distract you. It'll whip
Language at panitikan.
What does that
sa
mean?
College curriculum.
After explaining how you got hurt,
us. And you'll see it in my wardrobe.
Bring the entire
Really interact with what I put out there. Be a public figure that just spouts opinion without being considerate of both.
He is comfortable, he is joking.
See you in Thailand.
Point is, here is the children, so she can just say it doesn't matter, you know.
I'm a very stubborn person, and I'm also a visionary. And the thing is, when I get a vision,
she's wearing the exact same shoes, I think. You know the
so the universe may just be telling.
that's really important to me, interaction, because it's a two-way conversation. I'd rather have made up of millions of Filipinos with different points of view and different political standpoints.
that question.
Techniques or ways to be more compassionate towards.
Tagalog should still be taught in school or something? I don't know.
Say bad things about you, but then pagkaharap ka nila.
Over 80 women, some of the most.
Content. Yayayum. Ooh, good one. Good
I
one.
believe the aim of feminism
Comfortable. She's good.
have like these messages or
I
techniques.
wanted to tell this person who posted that.
And the host.
Make products in the Philippines so that we are
People that are
And then bigla ang tanong mo is,
people who need it, and the stigma can start.
thank you. No, but wonderful. That's.
But in the future, on an equal standpoint.
I like that.
I liked her Miss Universe, right? The previous Filipina winner of Miss Universe, I think.
If you're asked the question, can you just add one line? Please tell the world that. And then you end up
unequal access to basic human rights, such as
Having a big
beyond. And it isn't.
And there's a silence. It's a dramatic silence. And also, it's very difficult.
Ship in the first place. I'm not going to pretend like there is, but I'll be civil.
The contest. You are sometimes asked,
Remove it and try and see the beauty in the world.
are you pressured?
Yeah, there.
Okay, so basically, this is not really an interview. It's like an interview / prepper. Yeah, like she said.
I am Miss.
This is not just for Kat. This is for you know, never ready for failure.
First pageant, you know, 2008.
John is asking Kat.
End of the day, I wear a Philippine sash.
She shouldn't be afraid to take sides either. Don't be.
Correspondence who's
I'm really stubborn with my vision, and I've had so many people come to me and be like,
Herself as a woman,
Exactly.
and therefore she is a woman. Last question. I am Catriona.
because individually, I see beauty queens more than.
Because I feel like by the time I'm finished with these are the last.
Beauty.
Yeah.
I would have probably gone. My strongest advocacies is to improve the lives of children.
Yo.
Social media following.
It really would depend.
Go to the line. Go to the line, because it's
Watching Broadway.
Universe was with a huge following on IG.
the universe knows that Angela Ponce is a.
Subject that you know that you're taught in school.
My question is, who are you?
Ready. She was ready to answer.
Yeah, familiar, but still it's about be stronger. Kat, what I want you to do is prepare everything for children. Here this way, you know, and
In high school.
there are other schools na ibang tawag.
Team. I mean, and instead of having the focus on.
Message, dear, or dog.
That's when the government will start to hear us.
Very good.
Because I've gone above and beyond. It hasn't come out yet. It's coming out this month.
So
Going into the contest, what truth?
And other than that, I would love to have my own business.
I would have gone there. Hindi naman ako Miss Universe. That's the way to do it.
I'm a huge believer in authenticity.
she got chills.
Maraming salamat.
hello, good evening. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Amir.
Before I start my question, I'd just like you to know that you're currently leading.
Man, she said I'd rather
You can get lost. You really can. You know, because whether you're lumad, for as long as you're a child, you know what it is. Silence when you say, no,
skills.
Enough effort. Fun, maybe, but it won't be as interesting because here...
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Do
you
no.
entertain?
The seeking of true love.
Love.
I always see that
She should have just dropped the mic with that answer.
Very specifically, like lumens, that may not be, and competing against beautiful women, whatever you say, and
Since to Catriona Gray, this was awesome.
so you have to go to a line. You have to go.
shouldn't approach it in this way, or there's a problem here, this is not how you handle it.
Expectations are incredibly high.
It a national priority.
I like that.
Just got you. And what comes to mind?
Thank you.
Do you really go wherever it is held?
That if you have that in your vision, undivided focus from a team of people that I chose myself, so I was allowed to be a creator.
What political issue?
9.9. Why? Because by the
Oh
usual
my
standards
god! Example, like a specific example is an extra and
that a child, I wanted to do that. Like,
Are you right?
Usually I have a vision of the things I like. Some people want me to put my... They don't get this ever.
The title Miss Universe.
thank you. Next morning.
It's your biggest fear.
Hey, that's really interesting and
Because
new
of-
to
yeah.
me.
And the last time we spoke to each other was during the ABS-CBN, on my interview with God.
Then never listening to what I want.
Wonderful. Beauty, and I saw children.
Grown, I've been along with you for your whole journey, and I'm just so proud to be there.
It's a sure win.
ooh,
People who on the following, and my following I can see are a bunch of very
Let's go to Justin.
Hi, Miss Kat.
Have a voice and can move mountains.
Sabi mo sa pagtanda ng Filipino.
Because one of
the whole aim of feminism is to
make the government notice with her influence.
somehow create awareness or education about the cause, just like I do and as
Independent. Until now, hindi
Catriona.
people about what are the needs of the transgender community.
If, so she was made to choose, and she chose.
During the moments that I wanted to add something to the weight of that person,
Go to
no, this was awesome. I mean, I have nothing else to add.
To break apart.
Exchange rate. How would you convince the Filipino people?
Large subjects. I like to take it if it's at the time and age of social media. We need to look below the surface now more than ever.
Yeah.
I would say so. Yes.
I think what he means is
Who get into beauty is about.
Yeah. Beliefs, something that I'm passionate about is really, it's in
It didn't answer the question, but she sounded...
education. And this is something close to my heart because I work in Tondo a lot. Or even in that, especially if they're young, just how to interact with each other. That's a beauty queen's greatest asset.
That's right. Let's go to Amir.
That lack that we're experiencing. And the Philippines is
big.
with you when you're going through to your next one.
Wow.
And it's just that
I think what she...
And to him,
2018.
I wanted to tell the guy, accuse me of anything.
enjoy, but
I think it would be really sad if we were to reach that point.
they make her... But since it's the weekend, you can probably watch it. So relax and enjoy.
Can you just look at me and stare at me?
Please, I'll know enough about her and her mission. Sound right. What do you mean?
Reason out that children.
Sir, a long answer is not tantamount to a wonderful answer. Sometimes the shorter the answer, answer the question.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But the first thing that came into listen to the people.
Have my love and respect, my queen. Catriona.
That comes out of her mouth is real. And it hurt. Why? Because
Inequality to...
It